All right, guys. So EMP is definitely a good project, and you're ready to get into Splinterlands. But when you get into Splinterlands, there's another blockchain project that you're going to be a part of, and that's Hive. So we're going to talk a little bit about Hive, some of the best tools, and some of the things that it'll also let you get into if you decide that you like this blockchain. Mostly, Hive started out as Steam, if you don't know the history. When Justin Sun bought it, they forked away from that because they want to be decentralized. It is a blockchain that does run with 27 witnesses that are voted on by the community. Similar structure actually to Binance Smart Chain, which I'm sure a lot of you understand. But we would say that Hive is more decentralized because the Hive power is more spread out throughout the community, and you can't just be voted in because you are good with with CZ and the people who run BSC. Not that I have any issue with them. BSC has been great in my opinion, and in most of yours if you're part of EMP, but still Hive likes to say that they are the truly decentralized kind of 21 delegated proof of stake chain. So let's go ahead and get into the main tool that you're going to want that'll help you with everything that you do in this game. So that is the Hive keychain. So the Hive keychain is a keychain that basically works a lot like MetaMask, but specifically for the Hive ecosystem. It supports all tokens within the Hive ecosystem. The main ones that matter to you are going to be the SPS token that you can earn playing the Splinterlands game, and the DEC token that you might get from liquidity bulls, or you might be buying. You no longer earn that one in the game. You now earn SPS if you decide to play. But if you're renting cards out, you're going to be getting dark energy crystals, or the DEC, and those can be supported on the Hive keychain wallet. The Hive keychain wallet is actually one of the better kind of wallets out there, in my opinion. It works both on Chrome, and it does work within the Safari ecosystems. It also works on the Brave browser and any kind of Chromium based, IE Internet Explorer. And as you can see, it is actually in the Chrome web store. They haven't had any issues. I've never had any problems with this. And so this is what I'm going to suggest you use. You will hear about another product called Hive Signer. That one's supposed to be good too. If you want to look into that, I understand. So basically, once you add this to your keychain, it'll be just like your MetaMask wallet. It'll look very similar. Maybe a little bit slicker, in my opinion. You can upload an image. You'll have your account. It'll show your voting mana and resource credits. These have to do with doing things within the Hive ecosystem. If you are just with a Splinterlands account, you will be able to go ahead and they're going to give you some resource credits so you can play the game. If you want to get more in tune with the ecosystem, you do need to get some Hive power. Basically, you need to buy some Hive. It is available on Binance. It is also available within a few dexes that I'm going to show you in a moment. And it can be bought with DEC on those dexes or anything over there on Binance. It's also on a few other exchanges. You can look into it, but basically, you'll know that you're going to need to get a little bit of Hive. You're going to need to get it to your account, and you are going to need to stake it. Once it is staked here, it takes 4 weeks to unstake. You get 25% at a time, and you just need to have a little bit. Now, I have a lot more because I am kind of involved in the ecosystem. This is maybe about $5,000 worth of Hive or so. You only need maybe like 150 would be overkill to just be able to go within the ecosystem. Now, if you are renting cards out on the Splex marketplace, I'll show you that because you are constantly having that bot take cards down and rent them out, that you do need a little bit more, and they tell you how much you need for how many cards you are using. And I'll show you an example with my Splex account in just a moment. Okay, so let's get into here a little bit. Once you're inside the wallet, when you first get it, you're going to need to go to Accounts, Add Accounts, and you're going to need to import your keys, or use an authorized account, or use keys password. I would say you're going to import your keys. Now, once you've gotten into your Splinterlands account for the first time, you're going to notice that you're going to have to, request your keys from them. to hide all this stuff. So when you go into your profile, there is going to be an option to request your keys if you haven't got it yet. That's also where you'll be able to put in your name. Your name is your address within the Hive ecosystem, so make sure it's something that you don't mind using and giving out, because like if I wanted to send you a gift or some tokens, I would need to know your name. And so for me, anybody that wants to send me anything on the Hive ecosystem, it's SteveR82, same as my YouTube channel. And so it all kind of works really well together. You can go ahead and use anything that you want. Hopefully it'll be available. If not, they'll let you know. Splinterlands creates you a free account to use within the ecosystem, but they don't name the account until you ask for your keys. But it is better to go ahead and make that account with the right name right off the bat, as opposed to, messing it up or having some weird name that you don't want. So now once you've imported your keys into the ecosystem, and there are helper videos for that, you'll have your wallet and you'll be able to go into your accounts. You'll be able to manage them, and you can see here that it's going to be showing you these are my public keys. And then you can access your private keys. Now, I'm actually not going to click here to do anything on the private keys, but the reason I'm showing you the keys that are in the wallet is because it's actually your posting key, your active key, and your memo key. The wallet does not store your master key or your owner key, as some people would call it, so they cannot actually steal your account. Now, you also can choose to only give them the posting key if that's all you want to do, and that's all you need to do for playing the game and posting on the chain. But for renting cards, you'll need your active key, and for moving assets around, you need the active key. And the memo key has some other uses that aren't super important, but you might end up needing it while you're doing certain things within the ecosystem. Just giving you an idea of some of the different keys. You'll see here that you can add multiple accounts, and you have a drop down. So this is my buddy's account I made for him. There is my wife's account, and this is an alternate account I made for myself. And here's another account. So see, I have 5 different accounts within the ecosystem. Some of them were just for names for certain projects, friends who I tried to get into the ecosystem but didn't quite like it. But overall, it's a very slick system. This is your Hive. These are your HBD tokens. And this is your Hive power. So once you have your key chain set up, I'm going to show you my favorite front end. This is called Peak D. Now, there are different front ends for the Hive ecosystem besides Peak D. There is Splinter Talk that you can use if you just want to post about Splinterlands. There are many other sites that you can use. There is just Hive blog, but this is the one that I like. But all of them you'll be able to log into with Keychain. You'll see Keychain is here. See, there's Hive Signer, here's Peak Lock, here's Hive Authority. These are some of the different wallet options. But once you have it, just put in your name, hit the button, and bam. Now, the first time you do it, it'll say, do you want to, for this website, do you want to have to approve the sign-in? I've turned it off for this site at this point because I want to use it. Now, here you'll see, this is on the Hive Eco Chain, your wallet is your own blog. Now, if you come here, this won't be set up at all, but you can go through the point of like uploading a cover image, uploading an image here, writing a little bio about yourself, and then you can start posting. When you post, if you can gain a following, especially if the EMP group can kind of share within each other, you can start to support each other. And as you can see in this post I did a few days ago, I earned $35. But in the Hive ecosystem, all posts are paid out in a 50-50 format. So I got $17.93. And the people who voted for me, they got the other $17. And so you can see there, here I got, this one was 17, but again, split. And this one was 32. Now, I've been posting on here for 5 years. I pretty much post my videos over to here that I make. Every once in a while, I do something else. But there are many different communities that you can look to add. Some of the ones that I'm in, Leo Finance, Pink Monsters. Obviously, the Splinterlands one would be good. We'll have to see if EMP decides to create a community over here. I would say it would be a good idea. And we could go ahead and then add the EMP community for posting about the EMP project and all starting to support each other. And then the Hive that you earn on the ecosystem would be just another form of money that you're earning from being part of the Splinterlands and Hive community that could all funnel back into the EMP project. Now let's get into the two main exchanges that are used within the ecosystem. Now I like Tribal Dex. You're going to be able to log into Tribal Dex with your keychain. Oops. I don't think I didn't put the 8.2. See, that was my wallet saying you don't have an account for Steve R. Now again, the first time you log in, you'll normally get a prompt. But if you click on the wallet icon, here you can get a breakdown of your wallet, and you can see all the different tokens that I currently own. This is the CAD token. These are Woo Alpha tokens, which are packs for another game in the Hive ecosystem. These are Cron tokens. These are more Woo packs. This is actually Hive, because you can put Hive onto here. It's called Swap Hive when it's here for trading. And then you can see there's the Woo token for that game, CBT. These are all just different tokens. Sim is a different one. There's also SPT token, which is the Splinterlands Splinter Talk token. And then you can go ahead and see that a few of the other tokens. But if you go here to tokens, you'll see a listing, and just like any exchange, it's going to show you price, 24-hour volume, supply, and the number one traded tokens on the site are DEC, SPS. It looks like people are trading pretty much a decent amount of Litecoin. Then there's the packs for the Splinterlands, Rift Watcher packs, Chaos packs. This is a great place to check if the packs are holding up pretty well. See, like Rift Watcher packs are $4.30 in the secondary market, considering they cost $5 when people bought them. That's not too bad for a secondary market sale. They're usually a little bit cheaper. Chaos packs are $4 in the market, and they're selling for $1.85. You are able to buy those with DEC and get a discount. Rift Watchers, you're not able to get a discount. That's why this is closer to the actual price. But there's some people who bought like a certain amount of Rift Watchers. They have too many now, so they're just trying to recoup some of their buy. Also, there's some people that play some different games when it comes to pack buying. In here, you'll see they have a section for pools. There are liquidity pools in here. I'll go ahead and show you some of my positions, and we'll talk about those when we go ahead and look at the Splinterlands account, when we talk about the fact that there is liquidity farming within Splinterlands. As you can see, I have a position in the PKM token with SPS, and these are the rewards I'm earning. I have some Swap Hive with vouchers. Vouchers are a Splinterlands product you get for staking SPS. You can see I have about 800 vouchers, about 400 Hive, and I don't earn rewards for those directly. And then I have DEC and SPS. It looks like I have about, a little over 600, almost 700,000 DEC and 6,000 SPS. It works just like any other liquidity pool. You put the same amount in. Now, the reason I had this huge buildup and drop off is because I was saving up money within the platform for the Rift Watchers pre-sale. I had to pull all my liquidity out. We actually had a pump in price, which brought it up to here. I pulled a little bit more out. And then I've come down here to where now I only have about $1,000 in this liquidity pool. This is because Splinterlands has released quite a few things to buy over the last couple of weeks, but nonetheless, we're hoping to build this back up a little bit. But I am putting some money into EMP, some into Splinterlands. Those are my main two places that I'm putting my funds. To add liquidity, there's an add liquidity section. If you're at all familiar with DeFi, you just have to find the pair you want and then add the tokens in equal value. To remove, if you click on remove, you'll be able to see that they'll actually show you what you're in. And if you wanted to, you could create your own pool of tokens over here, but it costs 1,000 of the B token. This is a special token for Tribal Dex. If you'd like to create a brand new token, or if you'd like to create a liquidity pool. Don't really need to go too much into that. This is just one of the sites that'll be good to know if you want to turn your DEC into other coins, or if you want to have a secondary marketplace for any packs you bought. Like if you decided to buy Chaos Legion or Rift Watcher packs and save them, this would be one of the places you might come to look to sell them later on once they've sold out and hopefully gone up in price. BSwap is another site that you can log in very easily with Keychain. So I've already done this. So I just hit the use button, and now I'm currently logged in. Now, as you can see, that way you'd have all of those. Now, this one has a convert function, so you can see that you can easily go ahead and swap tokens back and forth, and on the Hive. This is moving this Hive and in and out for Swap Hive. And then they have a swap position where you can kind of just select tokens and swap them. B-Swap is all liquidity pools as opposed to how Tribal Dex has an order book. So you can understand how here you might have less slippage, but on the other side you can also access these liquidity pools, or you can go play the order book. So it has both. I'll kind of show you that here really quick. If you go here to pools, then you can go ahead and go through the different pools and swaps, or you can go to the exchange, and the exchange has order books. So if I was going to go to the exchange for DEC, I can see that I can buy up to 200,000 DEC off the order book, or that's over 2 million actually, and there'd be no slippage for me. I wouldn't have to pay anything more if I went here. Now, if I did that in a liquidity pool, I might have a little bit of slippage, but also if you wanted to sell, maybe if you wanted to sell more, it might be better to go to the liquidity pool if you were going to burn through too much of this order book and drop the price a lot lower. It's just one of those things to kind of pay attention to. Now, one of the other tools we've talked about in the past is peak monsters. I just want to show you how Hive Keychain can get you into that, so that you can kind of see that that is one of the things that is like good to know about being able to get into the Peak Monster site. You are able to access a lot of stuff here on tracking your cards. So see, I can show you my cards. This isn't all of my cards. Most of my cards are actually on another account being rented out now, but this is the place where you can manage them. You can buy here, you can rent here, you can do a lot of different things within the Peak Monster site. I can do a whole video just on the Peak Monsters, and I probably will for this series in the future, but for now I just wanted to show you again, Hive Keychain gets you into everything. Now, on the Splinterlands site, if you go to the SPS tab, here's where we can get where it tracks those free vouchers you get for having staked SPS. For having staked SPS, you also earn rewards here. For playing the game and owning any of these assets here, licenses, land, or rewards, you get tokens too. So I have some tokens here I can claim. Tokens claimed from here go into staked. Just like Hive, it unstakes over 4 weeks, but it'll immediately start earning you vouchers. Staking rewards actually go into in-game liquid. So when I click this claim, this should in a moment be reflected here. Yeah, you see, I went into over 11,000 liquid now. They also have pools. And as you can see, this is where I'm in the DEC and SPS and voucher swap Hive. And these are my rewards for being in those pools. And as you can see, I can do a claim on Hive. And as long as I'm logged in with my keychain, and I've already said that I don't need to approve this claim again, it'll just claim those tokens, and now those will be in my balances. So the Hive keychain really ties everything within the ecosystem together, and it allows you to move from one DApp to another really seamlessly and get into the system. Now, one of the other things that I kind of want to talk about and tell you some like tricks for how you can get into the ecosystem and make some free money is by going back into this system. Now, as you can see here, I had a $35 post that's pretty good, and I got this one big vote from the Steam Monsters community. It's called Steam Monsters because that's what the game used to be, but they are now called Splinterlands. So we're going to go ahead and look up the Splinterlands blog. Here they are. You should definitely probably follow them, maybe even bookmark their page, but they do 2 posts a week where you can go ahead and do a certain type of post and get a vote from the team. So if you're somebody looking to make a little bit of extra funds to put in your Splinterlands account, or just looking to make some extra Hive, you could just do these a couple times, and you might earn like $10 to $20 depending on quality. Now, you might not know how to blog. Well, one of the great things about these challenge posts is they have an ultimate markdown tutorial. I'm not going to go through this in detail, but if you click here, you're going to be taken to a Hive post that'll teach you how to post on Hive. This is how I learned. It takes some time to go through this if you want to get into it, but it is the best place to come to learn how to post on Hive so that your posts look decently well. If your posts look decently well, you will be able to get some votes from the team. What we can do is we can go down here. One of the other things you can do in the comments is where people entered. So this is where this person, Mighty Possible, is going to say, this is my entry. you can click on it and you can look at it. And so you can see what he did. He made a thumbnail. He shared the rules for his battle. He talked a little bit about his lineup. He did a link to the battle. That's something they require. And then he talked about the rules and some comments, and then he ended his post. And then he went ahead and shared that to Twitter, because that's one of the things you need to do. And that's what this Posh token is. You get that as a bonus token if you share stuff to Twitter occasionally. And then I'll give you an example here. I can give this post a vote. Now, when I give it a vote, I'm now in the list of voters. That's going to increase a little payout for him, and I get a little bit of that back on the back end when the posts pay out. Posts are up for 7 days. They can be voted on for those 7 days, and then they pay out and come into your wallet. When you are on the Peak D section, you can take a look at your wallet if you'd like to see it kind of the Hive wallet in a more spread out way. Right here, they always have the value of the Hive eco market, the value of their stable coin, which is at 99.1 cents. This has been really, really stable over its life, but just like any algorithmic coin, you have to really understand it if you want to get involved in it. You do get paid out in HBD. If you do want to convert your HBD to Hive, there is another market right here, the Hive wallet market, where it's basically a buy and order sell book turning HBD into Hive. That has to do with the whole ecosystem of HBD and Hive, but you can also deposit these into either one of the BSwap or tribal decks that we talked about to be able to turn them into Hive or into other tokens. So let's see, what else might we want to go over today? I'm trying to think. I really wanted this video to give you an introduction to the Hive ecosystem, understanding a little bit of how it works, because as you've come into the Splinterland ecosystem, you're already going to have everything you need to join the Hive ecosystem and start to earn some money over here. Also, if you're somebody who's already a content creator about EMP, you can share that content here, and then it is, you know, a chance that you can bring some more people into the project. Now, okay, now we want to look at SPLEX, Splex. So this is the rental account. I just wanted to kind of show you here. So this is my rental account, and you can see right here where it shows this service requires HP to be powered up on your account. We advise that you have 20 million RCs per 100 cards, and on smaller accounts you need 17 million RC per 100 cards, or on bigger accounts. So it's saying my minimum that I need is 326 a million RC credits, and as you can see, I have 688 million RC credits, so I'm okay. And then it explains to you 1 Hive power equals 1 million RC. So roughly, if you wanted to rent out 100 cards, you'd have to have around 17 Hive power, and then you'd be able to do that through this ecosystem. Now, Splex probably needs a full explainer, and also I will do a full video on that. But as you can see, I was able to come here. I'm able to have my own kind of all of my accounts on here. They also are part of the Archmage ecosystem, but I actually sold my Archmage tokens recently, so I don't have those anymore. But I have all my accounts listed on here, with all of my different Splinterlands accounts, and I'm able to run my rental account and just see kind of some of the different things that are active on my different accounts. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for hanging out with me in this video. Hopefully the tips and tricks I showed you and the things I've explained about the Hive ecosystem help you understand that more. To come, there will be special videos on gameplay and some of the other things that get requested. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.